advocating for the U.S. to accelerate its development, its exploration of central bank digital currency. You know, for China, it's not just about developing its own ECNY. It's also about dominating the underlying CBDC technology in the same way they've done with 5G technology, so they can be a major exporter of CBDC infrastructure to countries around the world that desire to have their own central bank digital currency but don't have the wherewithal to build the core technology from scratch. And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
We certainly want to see banks succeed in this new world order.
Been focused on digital currencies for a couple decades. This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for a couple decades.
Right. You can implement it with a digital currency. This is the hidden agenda, but they got to do two things. One, roll out the CBDC, which they're doing, and get rid of cash. Those two things will go hand in hand. But we will end up worse than Communist China. Communist China, if you're on the bad list, you can't, it's a social credit score. Yeah. You can't buy a plane ticket. You can't buy a train ticket. You can't pay for your kid to go to a good school because you're on the blacklist because you did something on social media that could. Well, I say this on Twitter, so that's okay. But that's what we're getting to. That's the dark side of central bank digital currencies. But it's the real side. It's the real hidden agenda.
And that's why every single time Jay Powell is prompted in front of Congress, the Republican Jay Powell says, "We'll get back to you. Yeah. We're studying that. We're taking commentary."
That I think central bank digital currencies were concocted in hell by Satan himself. They are incredible control by governments over everybody's bank account, and they're going to create a void of privacy for every individual citizen. I think they're horrible, but I think that's where they want to go.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world works. It is definitely time to wake up out of your sleep in the times that we're in right now. Plus, guys, we know we're waiting on that next main event towards the end of the year. We had the first quarter event. Like I told you, that would happen. Don't forget this is Shemitah year. And then also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's definitely time to re-educate. And also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. Do not forget I have the New World Order cryptos in my Patreon. Do your own research, but going inside of a bear market, you definitely want the cryptos that have real use cases. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And we have Bitcoin, crypto, and stocks down. Guys, we see these yields are rising. We know that the Fed is going to be rolling off this balance sheet. Make sure you keep an eye on that. And then we know towards the end of the month on the 21st, they're going to be raising rates. But we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the rest of the cryptos got to pump early in the month and then dump. Like I told you at the beginning of September, I definitely see us pulling back. And then on the 5th, we know they need Bitcoin as collateral. And I see us pulling up, but not a big pump, guys. We know what the Fed has to do. But we're still going to be getting pumps and dumps. Now we have Michael Saylor being sued by DC attorneys for tax evasion. And guys, it's a way for him to go ahead and sneak out with that bag of money. We have seen this movie before. His job is done. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which we definitely see are rising. If they're going to be running off these mortgage-backed securities, that's definitely going to raise rates and keep them higher. And then, of course, guys, we have volume, we have Tether, we have USDC. Now, we have the California State Assembly passes bill for licensing and regulating crypto firms, but it prohibits the use of stablecoins unless issued by a bank. And we know eventually these exchanges will be labeled as banks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Don't forget to pull the repo on a daily basis. Still over $2 trillion. And then, guys, they're starting another repo. So make sure you keep an eye on that. We know that because they're raising rates and running off this balance sheet, they want to have a safety valve in there for liquidity. And on top of it, they're testing Fed now this month. So, guys, we're seeing a whole new economy being built while the sheep are asleep. Then, of course, guys, we have Grayscale. Moved up slightly. Do not forget to pay attention to the actual allocations. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Crypto Dad is back. The digital dollar project is pushing those CBDCs. And, guys, we know why. And who's right along with them? That's right, Ripple. And we know Ripple wants to help move those CBDCs. And right now, the project includes Ripple, Digital Asset, EM Tech, and Knox Network. And guys, the program is going to start in October. And I look at the digital dollar project as a diversion. We know Fed Jerome Powell stated that they've been working on digital currencies for decades. They already have the CBDC ready to go. But the fact is, guys, CBDCs are illegal. So they're going to kick the can down the road, so therefore they can get regulation passed through. We saw this in 1913. We've seen this movie before. Now we have Ripple's plan to tokenize Colombian land stalls amid new administration. But we know globally, real estate is going to be tokenized. And we see the real estate bubble is about to pop. Remember, the NWO causes the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And tokenization is definitely the solution because it's going to allow you to release equity, allowing passive income. Yes, the returns are going to be smaller, but you're taking less risk. And there'll be more and more platforms tokenizing real estate. Now we have hardware wallet Trezor enables direct crypto purchases with MoonPay. And guys, we know it's all about making things seamless. And speaking of making things seamless, we have Ticketmasters select Dapper Labs Flow blockchain for minting NFT event tickets. And guys, I went over this yesterday. When you think about NFTs, KYC, the digital ID, smart contracts, if you use your imagination, you can see how far these NFTs will take Generation Z and the millennials. And speaking of the metaverse, lastly, we have crypto Bank Sygnum to open Metaverse Hub in Decentraland. And that's all these NFTs are about. A cool way to get the sheep inside the metaverse. Like I stated, with these NFTs, if you attach the actual KYC, you put the smart contract attached to it, you can NFT anything with value. Real estate, art, watches, anything you can name, wine, any commodity. Guys, just use your imagination. And on top of it, you put it on blockchain. And guys, we know blockchain gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Crypto Teacher Stock Channel, Crypto Teacher Stocks, you have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaware, the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.